Hello and welcome to this week's News Now update. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle. Thank you for joining us. While the Michigan cold might be keeping some indoors, Meridian Township's Parks and Recreation Department encourages people to take full advantage of the winter weather. The department has been offering a series of outdoor activities. Home TV's Ching Jong takes us to a few of those events.
On beautiful, clear weekends, many families choose to experience outdoor adventures. The Harris Nature Center welcomed nearly 400 visitors for its Winter Wonderland event, where people could play mini-golf, watch slide dog demonstrations, and try out snowshoeing or cross-country skiing.
The parking lot's been full the entire day since we started, so it's been wonderful. Great weather, lots of people.
A sculpture like this would take 3 hours to finish, but from the reactions of people, it's worth the effort. This past weekend, many families found fun after the sun went down. People from all parts of the Lansing area gathered at North Meridian Road Park. 13-year-old Shannon McNerney says it was her first time at the event. She enjoyed the hot chocolate and warming up by the bonfire.
Usually it's really cold in the winter and most kids are bored and stay inside and play video games and other things. So it's good to get out every once in a while.
It really gives you a chance to get out and play and have fun.
And it gives you energy.
All these activities are part of the Family Winter Sports Weekends, hosted by the Meridian Township Parks and Recreation Department.
Michigan is third in the nation of obese children, and I think it's a great activity for kids to be out there sledding, and they have to climb up back the hill, and it's great for everybody.
There are more activities going on through the end of February, including skiing, swimming, archery, and air pistol shooting. Most events are free or have reasonable prices. In Meridian Township, Ching Zhang, Home TV.
The activity for the coming weekend is Meridian Ice Fishing Derby on Saturday, February 14th at Central Park Pond. Children from ages 5 to 16 are invited to compete for prizes for the biggest fish, second biggest fish, and most fish caught. It's one of the 2 free fishing weekends under the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. After a very successful 2014 deer harvest, Meridian Township received approval from the Michigan Department of Natural Resources to extend the deer management program into February of 2015. Before the expansion, 150 deer were harvested in the 2014, resulting in the most successful deer harvest since the program was put in place. Since then, only 7 more deer have been harvested, all of which have been donated to the hungry. Parks and Land Management Coordinator Gene Greenway said that they're unsure about whether or not they will request to extend the deer management program next year. As to the seemingly low number harvested so far this year, Greenway says,
"It's colder out there. We've had some snowstorms, and but 7 less deer this year still might be 14 or 21 less next year. So every little bit helps."
The extended harvest will end at the end of this month. And the deadline for winter property tax bills in Meridian Township is fast approaching. The bills are due at 5 p.m. on Tuesday, February 17th. If they're not received by the Treasurer's office at this time, a 1% late fee will be charged. The Township offers a variety of payment options, including payment in person, the drop box outside the municipal building, or online through official payments. A study from June of last year shows Meridian Township has one of the highest costs of living in the Tri-County area. Dr. Sook Ki-Young Kim, the Michigan State University professor for the lead study, presented her findings at this week's Planning Commission work session. The study, called the Regional Affordable Housing Study, was conducted in conjunction with the Mid-Michigan Program for Greater Sustainability. In addition to the high cost of living, the study reveals Meridian Township has an abundance of single-family homes. This means the community is not socially and economically diverse as it could be. Dr. Kim, an Okemos resident, suggests the planners and developers in Meridian Township target seniors and young professionals in order to increase diversity.
Meridian Township has a really unique population group and a little bit higher income group, and way higher median housing value than any others. So the kind of new different ideas can be implemented in this community as a model of the other communities.
Kim says one way for Meridian Township to attract younger and older citizens is to build more rental properties and sidewalks. According to Kim, rental properties are affordable and easy to take care of, and sidewalks make for easy recreation and transportation. The Meridian Township Zoning Board of Appeals unanimously approved variances for Superior Brass to expand and improve their facility. Superior Brass is located at 4883 Dawn Avenue. The owners recently bought the property across the street and want to revamp their old facilities. The variances will allow Superior Brass to make changes to their northwest building, including a new rooftop system, minor expansion, and a concrete porch and walkway, as well as a new parking lot. ZBA Vice Chair Jim Hershiser believes the renovations will improve the large industrial area where Superior Brass is located.
It's really the only industrial area of its size in the township. We have, I think, maybe 3 other lots that are pretty small. And this will be by far the nicest thing down there.
In keeping with Meridian Township's ongoing effort to be a green community, the board also praised the environmentally conscious efforts of Dawn Avenue Associates LLC, who owns Superior Brass. And when we come back, a luncheon meant to help local and international causes, what local school were ranked among the nation's best, and more kids equal more money for Michigan public schools. You're watching News Now Update on Home TV.
Preventing wildfires. That's all Smokey wants for his 70th birthday.
You shouldn't do that.
Weren't you just...
Every ton of paper recycled saves more than 3.3 cubic yards of landfill space.
How'd you get my number?
Which means there are 3 times more paper is recycled than sent to landfills. By weight, more paper is accounted for recycling than glass, plastic, steel, and aluminum combined.
You may have noticed a change in outdoor warning sirens. Here's what you need to know.
In Ingham County, all outdoor warning sirens will be tested at 1 o'clock p.m. on the first Saturday of every month. Every other Saturday, a silent test will be conducted.
If you hear the sirens at any other time than the testing time, that means there's severe weather in the area. Please take shelter immediately and tune to your local TV or radio stations for further updates.
Having a plan in place will keep your family safe.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, February 10th, the Hazlet-Okemos Rotary Club held their 9th annual Rotary Fundraiser Luncheon. The event took place at Gilbert and Blake's Seafood and Steak Grill. Members of the Rotary Club put on aprons and helped serve food and drinks to all the members of the community who came out to support the event. The money raised goes towards helping local and international activities such as the Hazlet and Okemos High School scholarships and anti-polio efforts. The luncheon is one of the club's biggest fundraisers and continues to see success year after year. And Meridian Township school districts are top-notch according to the Bridge magazine. Home TV's Julie Dunmeyer explains why.
Bridge magazine released their rankings of Michigan's state champ schools earlier this week. The rankings are weighted and take things like location, income, and test scores into account. Hazlet High School principal Bart Wajenke says that the success at Hazlet is a team effort.
We all work together. We've aligned our arrows in our system that are all headed in the right direction.
Though Bridge magazine divided its rankings up into categories, schools such as Hazlet and Okemos and Meridian Township still came out on top. Okemos School District ranked in the top 5% of the state of Michigan, coming in at number 12 in the overall category. Deputy Superintendent Patty Trellstad says that the district is successful because it has plans in place to help students reach their full potential.
We have staff that are willing to do whatever they can with students to make sure that they do their best. So I think that's one reason. It's really our mission statement in Okemos starts with the word together. And we live it every day. Parents, students, faculty, administrators. We all come together to do what's right, teach kids and help kids learn.
Working together is the common denominator between Hazlet and Okemos School's successful students. Bridge Magazine says that this year's rankings are more detailed than ever and take into account more test scores than they have in years past. In Meridian Township, Julie Dunmeyer, Home TV.
Bridge Magazine has expanded their state champ rankings from covering 3 grades and is now ranking 8 grades in total. Test scores on the MEP, Michigan Merit Exam, and ACT are all used in creating the list. And Wednesday marked the Spring Student Count Day in public schools across Michigan. According to the Michigan Department of Education, count information is critical to districts because each student translates into state funding. Haslick Public Schools gets about $7,100 per student.
Hopefully those dollars stay stable every year after year or increase. I think most school districts are hoping that's the way that it lands, because if you lose students, you're losing dollars for your school district.
DUTA expects the official numbers for the spring 2015 count will be in by the end of the week. Okemos Public School Superintendent Kathy Ash says enrollment hasn't changed since the September count, so she doesn't expect this count to financially impact her district. And still ahead, some date ideas for this upcoming Valentine's Day weekend for all the lovebirds out there. Also, other events happening in the near future. You're watching News Now Update on Home TV.
Michigan State University's campus is one of the most beautiful campuses in the nation. One of the most iconic parts of the campus is the Red Cedar River. Students enjoy the view of the river, while others simply enjoy canoeing down. Do you know what neither of them enjoy witnessing? The trash filling up the river. Respect the nature around you and please recycle or throw away your items.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're going to turn the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Find me one. What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Welcome back. Whether you're spending Valentine's Day with your significant other, friends, or family, there are a number of events going on this weekend to celebrate. Friday, you can learn the art of ballroom dancing at the MSU Broad Art Museum. For $35 a person, you get a lesson from professional competitors, food, as well as 2 drink tickets. There will also be a giveaway and demonstration. Spare Time in Lansing offers a Valentine's Day special with pizza and 2 games of laser tag. And Qdoba offers free smothered burritos in exchange for a kiss. Their buy one, get one deal requires you to smooch the person next to you in front of the cashier. And on a more serious note, Michigan State University students will hold a march on Saturday against domestic violence and sexual assault. They will meet at the Rock on Farm Lane and start marching at noon. And Valentine's Day isn't the only holiday coming up. A celebration of the Chinese New Year will be taking place in Meridian Mall on Saturday, February 21st from 1:30 to 6 p.m. The Greater Lansing Chinese Association, along with several organizations and sponsors, are putting together a celebration of Chinese culture that will include music, singing, games, and even a parade and fashion show. Last year's event saw more than 1,000 visitors, and organizers expect an event bigger turnout this time around. And looking outside, you can tell that we're far from spring, but the flowers are blooming early this year at Michigan State University's Plant and Soil Science Conservatory. And not just any flower, the Greater Lansing Orchid Society presents its 32nd annual Orchid Show and Sale. Exotic blooming orchids from all over the world, as well as orchid art and arrangements, will be showcased and sold at this event taking place on Saturday, February 28th and March 1st. There will be a photographer session for those wishing to take pictures of the flowers on Sunday from 9 to 11 a.m. And that wraps it up this week for the News Now update. Remember, we're always online, so like us on Facebook and stay up to date with Township News. We're on Twitter as well, so follow us there, and of course, hometv.net. I'm Miguel Martinez-Valle. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time